this is Michael Coburn, Product Manager at Percona for PMM. On Wednesday, September 5th, we released PMM version 1.14, which included 16 new features and 20 bugs fixed. The highlight feature of release 1.14 is the addition of Postgres metrics collection. What this means is we've added Postgres as a default option when you're adding a new service to PMM. We have a high-level section that mimics our other overview dashboards, and we get into details that relate to the connections to Postgres, including the activity inside the database, such as the tuple activity. We've got a section on transactions and on temporary files. And finally, we end up with a section on conflicts and locks, buffers and blocking operations, and some other components that didn't fit into our higher sections. Part 2 of the addition of Postgres to PMM means that you can use PMM admin add Postgres as a shortcut to add the Postgres metrics service to your PMM server instance. One small but important addition to Query Analytics is that we've included the functionality to highlight queries that are newly seen within your observed time window. So as you can see, this query here is showing with a light blue background, which is different than queries that have been seen before. And let me demonstrate by changing the time frame to show that the query still remains, but since it's not new within the time window, it goes to a black background. We've also added a new dashboard called Compare System Parameters. What this lets you do is to compare the system level information side by side between two instances. So you can compare things like how long the servers have been up, number of cores, and some other important system level metrics. Really handy if you want to compare maybe one slave versus another that ought to be unique and look for any differences. Our second dashboard added as part of release 1.14 is known as MySQL Performance Schema Weight Event Analysis. And what this lets you do is do a much deeper dive into the different types of weight events within MySQL. So in this case, I'm comparing a number of different InnoDB level and also some locks and plotting them over time. And one of the last additions as part of release 1.14 deals with our implementation of the Grafana 5 dashboards in folders. So what you can see here is we've collapsed what we have around 30 different dashboards into more logical containers that mimic our right-hand side navigation that you're used to seeing in different parts of the application. That about wraps it up for an overview of the features in release 1.14. I want to extend a huge thank you to the Perconians, Percona customers, and Percona community members for their participation in this release. In particular, 4 features and 4 bugs were resolved based on their participation and feedback. We appreciate their involvement and keep it up. I encourage you to visit our PMM demo site at pmmdemo.percona.com, and I invite you to contact me directly with any product feedback or ideas you may have for PMM, where you can reach me at my email, michael.coburn@percona.com.